This is a book by Ryan Holiday. The Obstacle is the Way. This book has helped me a lot. It has, whenever I'm stuck with some problem, whenever I am feeling myself that I'm in a rut, I try to pick up a passage or take up a chapter and then go through this book. And since it has been of great use to me, I thought, why not read a few passages from this book on a regular basis. Why this book is I feel why this book speaks so well to us is because it is based on some very, very good principles. The principles of Stoic philosophy. Ryan Holiday, the author, is a great exponent, if you can call it, if you can put it that way, of Stoic philosophy. He has written multiple books, and he even writes a blog of the same name. So a lot of people have said great things about the book. One thing which really stands out, a couple of lines, is that this is a book for the bedside of every future and current leader in the world. We all struggle with leadership, and one of the important traits, if you can put it that way, is that of helping people overcome obstacles, leading the way when it comes to overcome obstacles, because we are going to be facing some or the other obstacle on a day-to-day basis. That is the job of a leader. And this quote is from Robert Greene. And let me just get on with the book. This book comprises primarily of 3 sections. Ryan Holiday has turned how to face and how to overcome the obstacles into 3 parts, which is perception, PAW, perception, action, and will. Most of the examples that he gives are very contemporary, but the principles behind those examples are over 2,000 years old, maybe 2,500 years old, from the Greek times. So let me just start with the introduction, and that very first passage that he has written it hooks you. He says, this thing in front of you, this issue, this obstacle, this frustrating, unfortunate, problematic, unexpected problem, preventing you from doing what you want to do. That thing you dread or secretly hope will never happen. What if it wasn't so bad? What if embedded inside it, or inherent in that obstacle, were certain benefits only for you? What would you do? What do you think most people will do? This is the first passage, maybe first couple of passages, and the basic premise of this book, if you can call it the premise, is this. The main idea behind the book is this, that there are going to be obstacles, and it is for us to look deep into those obstacles and find out what is the benefit inside of it, or what is the benefit that is inherent in it, and take the obstacle apart, or get the obstacle on your side. It is based on a very, very famous quote by Marcus Aurelius, what can we call it, a great king of those times, 2,000-year-old king from Rome, and who used to say, the impediment to our path, the obstacle in our path, becomes the path. And that is the approach of the Stoics. Sometimes you need to fight the obstacles, but the objective is not to give up. And there are great passages like this, great examples like this in this book. And he approaches this book in a very methodical manner. The premise is this, that every obstacle can be overcome if you look at the obstacle from different angles. If you can tweak your perception, if you can tweak it, then you have, and he shares, there are some 10 chapters on perception, how we can tweak those perceptions, how we can tweak the approach in which we are looking at it. And first is perception, then action, unselfish action. A lot of time before acting, we think 100 things. Is this going to benefit? Is this going to result in? Sometimes that attitude needs to be shifted, and we just need to go ahead with the action. Whatever little action is possible. Sometimes the action might just be to write down the next step that we are going to do, the next smallest little step. So there are some 10 different chapters on action, what all different kinds of action, and he gives a lot of examples, right, from Amelia Earhart, from George Washington, Mahatma Gandhi, and so much. And there are different ways to approach this important aspect of action. And finally, it is about the will. So what I thought was, daily I'll take up a small passage around this time, read about it. So just remember for today that if there is an obstacle that you're facing, what if it has a benefit?